Hi there, my name is Christy Kilgore. I'm a personal trainer, a group fitness instructor, and a Beachbody coach. I just completed a 3-day sugar detox in which I used the 3-day refresh, and I wanted to give you my review and some tips on how you too can have success with it. The reason I went into the 3-day refresh was to jumpstart a healthier eating regimen. I was kind of on a downward slide. I was eating lots of leftover Easter junk, chocolate, Cadbury mini eggs, which are my weakness, and it just kind of spiraled out of control. And I knew that my eating was off. My nutrition was completely off. So I have consulted the help of a certified nutritionist, and we are currently evaluating my diet and coming up with a formulated plan for me to better fuel my workouts, but to also maintain a healthy balance throughout the day. Because what I had done was kind of spiraled out of control. I'm a year-old vegetarian, so my concern was not being able to have that I was not able to maintain proper protein counts to proper carb counts to proper fat counts. So I hired her to help me get that focus back. But what didn't help was the fact that I have been on this chocolate binge, and so to jumpstart our work together, I personally did the 3-day refresh to kind of turn back the clock and start fresh. So that was my reason going into it. This was considered for me a detox more than it was weight loss. I figured, it was in the back of my mind going into it, because I'm eating cleaner and I'm removing sugars, that there would be some weight loss involved, but that was not my overall goal going into it. The 3-day refresh, in all the literature that you will read, will tell you that this is something you would do short term. This is not something you would maintain over a long period of time. This would be beneficial to someone like myself who's about to start a better dietary plan, or if you're starting a Beachbody program, they all suggest doing the 3-day refresh before starting the nutrition plan that's included with that program. Or if you wanted to detox as well as what I did, or maybe it's a monthly thing you do, or maybe it's something you do yearly. They also suggest, because it is for short-term purposes, maybe you have a special event coming up, a wedding, a reunion, whatever, something that's short-term that you have 3 days to prepare for, and then you're able to kind of feel your best. So that is why I chose to do it. I chose to do this on a short-term basis because I am starting a nutrition regimen soon, and I'm also starting the Hammer and Chisel program. So it kind of went hand in hand for me. What you also need to know is whatever your calorie counts are now, and for me it was almost 2,000 calories a day, and that was to fuel my workouts, and it was also to fuel my healthy lifestyle. I was consuming 2,000 calories a day. This program significantly reduces your calories. So I was going from 2,000 calories to 900, which is very restrictive, and you will see that. So I want to preface this by saying, be prepared for that restriction. But what's nice about the program is it lays out everything for you. Each day you will have a list of the foods you can eat and what food groups to eat from. And it gives you the exact counts and measurements. So that was very, very helpful for me. I also like the fact that it was 3 days. I just know that as a busy mom and a group fitness instructor, to do a detox for a week or 3 weeks would be very, very difficult with the kind of lifestyle I have. But with 3 days, I can manage that in over a weekend, or I can do it on the days that I have off. And most people do decide to do it over the weekend because you're in better control of that. So my suggestion, if you are considering the 3-day refresh, is to factor in 3 days in which you can allow yourself time to get through your days with low energy. And I'm stressing that because the first 2 days of this program, my energy was very low and I actually had to have a nap partway through the day. But that's understandable considering the fact that you are significantly reducing your calorie intake. So I want to strongly suggest that if you do this, make sure you have a window in which you can allow yourself that rest time. It also suggests that you reduce your intensity in your workouts or just not work out for the 3 days. Given the fact that my energy was low, I adhered to that advice and I just did 2 10-minute ab workouts from home. So I had the hammer and chisel program here. I just went ahead and did 10-minute chisel abs one day, 10-minute hammer abs the next. So you definitely want to adhere to that. The first time I went through the program, I thought I felt great, and so I pushed through the workouts, and that really wiped me out. So you're going to have this false sense of okay, but I'm telling you, it rolls into the next day. So my advice to you is to have 3 days in which you can totally concentrate and listen to your body and pay attention to the way it's reacting. Another thing to also take into account is that you will be drinking a lot of water, right? This is a detox. So given the fact you are having your fiber and you are clean eating, you also want to keep that water intake up, and that's helping flush out everything you're trying to detox from. So you will be using the restroom, but that's also a good sign because it's showing you that you are flushing out all the bad that you're hoping to accomplish from this. I really had to pay attention during those 3 days to how my body was. And that's a good thing because when you're finished with the 3 days, you can actually take away from this how your body responds to certain food groups. And given the fact that this is a no dairy detox, and I had yogurt this morning, this is day 4, I felt that, which is interesting to me because I normally start my days off with yogurt and berries. And after having removed that for 3 days, and then I brought it back this morning, I actually felt that. So that was interesting. And if you get into reading about how dairy affects your body, you wouldn't be surprised by that either. But as a dairy farmer's daughter, I always came to the defense of dairy. So it was interesting how my body responded to that this morning. So my results, I had a 5-pound weight loss, which shocked me. I did not go into this to lose the weight. So that number represents to me how much I had let things go. That also represented to me how much inflammation had built up in my body and how much my body was bloated. And if you look at my before and after pictures, which I will attach to this video, you will see the significant reduction in my arms, my shoulders, and my abdominal area. You'll see the reduction there. So again, this is another way for you to really evaluate your eating patterns and how that's affecting you, whether you're thinking about it or not. So I really, really like that. So now it's day 4. So I get to go into the maintenance plan. And what I really like about this particular program by Beachbody is it sets you up for 3 days, tells you everything to do from start to finish. And then when you're done, it's like, you're not just done. No, you have to maintain that. And how do you maintain that? You're going to use the Fix Container Portion System. The 21-day fix is highly successful because it teaches people proper portions and how to eat from certain food groups. And if you struggle with that, this is a great hands-on, simple nutrition approach to clean eating. So I love that in the maintenance guide, they break down the science of what those containers mean and how it can help you moving forward. Now my issue, because I had to hire a nutrition, was with the 21-day fix as a vegetarian. I felt like I didn't have as many options as I was hoping for when I was going through the 21-day fix. So with the help of my nutritionist, I hope to keep this feeling that I have, which is high energy and I feel good and I look better, which, you know, that's a perk too, right? She's going to help me keep this in check. So instead of fueling my energy with sugar, which is what I was doing to kind of get through the day, get through that mid-afternoon slump, get through that workout, get through that second workout as an instructor, instead of fueling my body with proper energy, I was instead using false energy supplies of sugar and caffeine. So this has been very insightful for me. It was a very different experience from my first time. And I encourage you to go to my YouTube channel, and then through my playlist, you'll see the 3-day refresh. I have a video from last year when I did this. My experiences have been very different. And this time around, I was paying more attention to how my body responded to things and how I can move forward and carry out a healthier eating regimen instead of just a quick sugar fix. So those are my takeaways. If you do have a special occasion coming up, I would recommend doing something like this if you just want to feel and look your best. But I would not, and they don't either, I would not suggest this being the kind of regimen you maintain long term. Because quite frankly, it's very restrictive and it's pretty much impossible to be a social person with friends and carry this out. Not just because of your restricted eating options, but your energy level. You will feel very sluggish after a while. So that's my review. I'm happy with where I'm at. So if you have any questions, or if you'd like to do another round, I'd be happy to coach you through it. I do have 2 or 3 other clients that have had success with it as well. I can put you in touch with them and we can be each other's accountability. Just comment below or message me. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Christy Kilgore PT. Thank you.